Hello again, wrestling fans. We are back. This is Discuss TNA Impact Wrestling. I am here with the Horror King, Gary. I would love to play a noise right now, but I'm recording on my Chromebook and I can't figure it out. Maybe somebody out there can send us a comment. Let me know how to do that. So we're available most everywhere, and thank you everyone out there for the views. I don't really say that much. That's kind of Gary's thing, but we've been doing pretty incredibly well based on how not incredibly well Impact is doing in terms of ratings, which have been literally so bad that no one knows them anymore. I'm thinking we're in like 60,000 range when it comes to viewers, but whatever. Got some cool news like Impact. Twitter announced the 2023 end of the year awards. I always like those. You just kind of like click down. It's like a forever poll. And we got a special announcement. We don't get many comments, so we really appreciate our commenters. I'm sure everyone just sees YouTube, but we do get some random ones on the 700,000 other apps we're on. So sorry. So we appreciate it so much. Wow, what the hell just happened with my voice? Gary, did you hear that?
Yeah, a little bit of traveling.
I just did a Bobby, not Bobby, whatever. I'm not going to date myself with bringing up the Brady Bunch. So we appreciate you so much that we're giving our top commenter, Trent Hatchett, who is just literally our top commenter because they comment all the time. And we are giving them, well, Gary has a code for a movie. Gary has all kinds of codes for movies, so it's going to be like he's going to give Trent a list of movies. What the hell is happening with my voice? Oh my God! He's going to give him he's going to give Trent a list of movies, and I am going to send him an alldistractions.com T-shirt, which is my new website. Ours, mine, and Larry, our producer, not to be confused with Gary, the Horror King. So yeah, he just needs to get in touch with us, and so we can get his information, and that will happen. And this is going to be a new thing. We're just going to randomly start giving shit away because we're doing really good. I'm doing really good. The website I'm working with is going to be doing really good. So yeah, he also has a question. We'll get to that in a second. And I don't know, what should we start? Okay, let's start off with the usual ratings. I'm sorry, not ratings. The grades. So this week is a weird one because Christian Thompson, I don't know what happened. I could have sworn they were posting a review. I spoke to them about a review, but then some other dude pops up on TJR Wrestling named John Canton, and he gave it a shit. I just want to find his name. Give it a 7 out of 10. So my first question is, what the hell, John Canton? What is your deal? How are you going to give it a 7 out of 10 when it has possibly the match of the year? I mean, first, what do you think? Would you say match of the year? Close or?
Yeah, I would definitely. It definitely stood out in my mind like better than pretty much any show this year, and it could be too because it's most fresh in my mind. But these two were hard hitters the whole entire match, and like I mean, like you could see people like standing, and it's been a while since a lot of matches and Impact have gotten that response in person.
Yeah, great styles. And again, like I always tell, um, again, Larry and other people like who like kind of crap on Impact a lot. Like it wasn't always as bad. Like they've had shows, you know what I mean? Like they used to have shows like this all the time where it was like an 8, where I would give this maybe an 8.5, maybe close to that. I mean, Jordan and Bully versus Macklin and Kylene, I'll give that 5 stars just for it being a match. You know what I mean? Like I just love the idea of that. I don't know where it's going. I think Jordan might turn. We'll get to that in the review part. But the Lucha match, what was it, a 6-man Lucha match? Torres, Laredo Kid, and Juventud against the Rascals with Myron Reed, who I think this is not his first time on Impact, but his first time back on Impact in a while.
I think it might be his actually like was it his first
right, yeah. I'm
televised?
Because he did a Twitch show or something.
Yeah, and I don't know how
that was
how
back.
widespread that.
Yeah, funny thing with that Twitch, it was the only one that they never replayed. So I think I had like some kind of they had some kind of like recording problems or whatever it was. So yeah, I was just messing around with that. Can't do it or whatever, but yeah. So they gave it a 7. I just like to compare the things. He-Man Shoe at 411 Mania gave it an 8.2, which is exactly what Gary's giving it. Correct?
Oh no, I said I'd go a slight bit higher, give it an 8.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, slightly higher, only because like I'm a big sucker for, the Wrestle Heavy show, and like I don't know, this just felt
I
like
mean,
two heavy hitters, to end the show, and it just like I think we got a few chance of Fight Forever and things like that,
yeah,
and like even my son came out at one point at the tail end, and he was doing the chant with me too. So
nice.
I mean, you could get a little 4-year-old to pay
That's what it's
attention
all
or.
about. Seriously, I mean, that's what it's all about. Getting young kids. I mean, the next generation. And sorry, really fast. Impact released the full match of Ospreay versus Josh Alexander on YouTube. They also released was the first Queen of the Mountain match on YouTube. So just check their YouTube. They're posting some good shit today. Also, I found a cool thing from Muscle and Fitness magazine. This is the title. A muscle and fitness writer learned the hard way how pro wrestlers get signed to the major leagues, from costume to contract. M&F writer Scott Future Felstead took a tryout with TNA Impact Wrestling. So this was in the UK when they were doing the
Oh, okay, yeah, I
gut
do
check thing.
remember. Yeah, I do remember hearing something about that, but I didn't know he was a muscle fitness.
I honestly don't know. I don't see many wrestling articles on muscle and fitness, and I feel like to me, that's probably a really big thing. Muscle and
Oh
fitness,
yeah,
no?
yeah. I know back in the day when I used to work in the store as a janitor kind of thing. I used to always see muscle fitness all over the magazine rack. So it's got to
Really
be,
nice, really nice website. Yeah. Oh man, and look at this, man. Good for them. Jesus, good lord. I never see this anywhere. This was kind of my thing. The last thing they say is catch TNA's big pay-per-view Hard to Kill on January 13th. Tickets are on sale now here, and they put the goddamn Ticketmaster link. I would always say, why doesn't everyone in the world do this? You know what I mean? Like, you could help the wrestling
yeah.
company even as you're bashing it. Like I did the podcast when I was doing this all the time with promoting wrestling tickets, and like I felt like I was
Well,
kind of like evening things out. You know what I mean? Like I can bash it as much
and
as I want as long as I'm promoting it.
Well, and two, last word. Apparently, it's set up for like I think it said it was set up for like 1,100 fans, and last time I heard, it's somewhere
Apologies, I just hit mute for a second. Say your last
near.
few words again.
Oh, me.
Yeah, I think I might have
Oh,
muted you actually. I'm not sure how this
oh,
works.
yeah. I guess last I heard, Hard to Kill is set up for around 1,100 fans for attending.
Okay.
And last I heard, it's somewhere in the vicinity of like 50% of the tickets with like almost 2 months left to go. So
Well,
likely to be a
that's got to sell
sellout.
out. I mean, yeah, that'll sell out. And they've been doing good with that, selling shows out, picking the right locations. Also, really fast, so they posted ABC versus King and Shelton, Moose versus Heath, the 6-man Trinity versus. Okay, so they posted the entire show on YouTube, except for the vignettes, which I did love that they finally got one for MK Ultra again. Jesus, I want to see that every goddamn week or every 2 weeks. Just if they're not going to
Oh
wrestle,
yeah.
remind people, man. They're so goddamn hot and cool.
Well, at first I didn't even know who it was. It kind of felt like so brand new. Like I wasn't even expecting it to be MK Ultra, and then I see
Yeah,
Killer Kelly
exactly. That's a
Asha,
problem. Yeah,
and it was like really well done, well produced vignette.
I thought the same thing too. I'm like, oh shit, we got somebody new coming. And I'm like, oh wait,
Yeah,
that's right, MK
yeah. I
Ultra's
kind of,
that's right. We have MK Ultra, and they're awesome, and they're the
kind of thought,
champs.
to be honest with you, Jay, I kind of thought it was going to be maybe a New Japan talent that was going
Yeah.
to come. Kind of had that New Japan feel to it a little bit.
Yeah, trust me. Trust me. I'm definitely not complaining, though. Just want to make that clear. Love MK Ultra. I just want more of it. And I think it's a little, I don't know. I think it kind of shows something that, we thought it would be someone else, and I'm sure other people did. Like, that shouldn't be a thing. Like, once, like, I don't know, that, like, the red background kind of hits, like, we should all know, oh shit, MK Ultra time.
Yeah.
But whatever. Also, another interesting one from Fightful, Frankie Kazarian interview. Going into 2024, my goal is to become TNA Impact World Champion. Now, I'm sure everyone's goal is that, but I like the idea of Kazarian as world champ, especially more than Shelley. I'd like to say no offense, but how about it's not personal?
Oh yeah.
That's fair. It's not personal.
No. I mean, yeah, I definitely could see him maybe having a brief run with it at some point. Like maybe maybe you kind of get him in there like as a transitional champion, or just maybe have him call his shot and then get a
Oh yeah, sorry, I
roll.
mentioned our best commenter, but I didn't mention Robles, who was actually our best commenter. So just shout out to Robles. I did a 2-hour phone call with him this weekend where we basically booked Allie's TNA return. And then we started going with like different things. And I think we're going to end up booking the entire TNA debut show. You know what I mean? Like, like kind of
Yeah,
fantasy booking, you know?
she'd definitely be a very good name to bring on the show and for January
Yeah.
13th for the Bombs
Yeah,
when
definitely.
when the rebirth happens, if you will.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we got a whole plan, man. How we bring her. Okay, just really quick. Would you bring her back from the dead? Do you mention that, like with EY? Or do you just bring her back and forget that?
No, I think with the historic path that Impact's always kind of played by, they're always like really good at recapturing a past storyline and kind of wrapping it
Yeah, I
up. So
think
I
so
could
too. See,
honestly,
I mean, I agree, but I think they overdo it. Like the design, like
yeah, that's fair.
who
Yeah,
wanted to
definitely.
watch 6 months or what is it, a year of the design versus Eric Young? But no, I agree, and I think if she comes, I think they're definitely gonna bring her back from the dead, even though if it's I don't know, even if it'll work, whatever. And I think
Well,
I think she has to come back with Rosemary, and Demon Bunny will be a thing again. Like Demon Bunny used to make really good money. I don't know if people know this, but like they went on
well,
shows together. Like they had a whole goddamn thing. Sorry, go ahead.
well. And speaking of the design, I was able to I went on Cody Diener's channel on
Yeah.
YouTube, and I was actually watching Ask Cody Anything, and he
Yeah.
actually read my
We get more views.
question.
Sorry, just want to point out we get more views than them. Go ahead.
Well, I asked him, is this going to be the end of the design going into 2024, or are we going to see added members? And
Hang on, let me
I,
cross my fingers before you answer. Go.
his body his body language and kind of like he has plans for the design. So
Ah.
I kind of feel like there might be something juicy coming from his side of things.
I like how you were probably asking it as you're asking it looking like this nice fan, but in your head you're thinking, God, please say no.
Yeah. There's always a question I would want to ask a guy like a
Yeah, no,
Cody.
I get it. I get it totally. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't. That's a good question for fans. Is it fixable? Well, not fixable. Is it the word I'm trying to think. Is it salvageable? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I do.
I just don't. I don't think it is.
No, I think it's like anything in a grocery store. It gets to its date, and you just
Yeah.
want to put it. You either want to throw it
Yeah.
out, or
Sorry, we also missed some big news early. Mickey James is taking a break from Impact, which I don't know. I think she's just chilling until the Rumble. That's totally my guess, with her husband back over in um, WWE, like you reminded me before we started talking. And Kenny King asked for his release. That one hurts. I mean, Mickey, I'm cool with
yeah,
her bouncing around. She's Mickey, but God, we love Kenny, man. And he was finally like,
yeah. It's
he
kind
was
of
just every time he was on TV, he was interesting. You know what I mean? He would pop on TV.
well. The thing is, Jay, when I seen the way he was being booked, I'm like, I
Mm.
feel like this is the
Yeah,
time Kenny's gonna want to get out of Impact, because it seems like every time this man comes into Impact
it's so
or team,
true.
we cannot book him.
It's so
We
true.
never give him nothing to keep him around, and
Yeah.
I don't blame him for wanting to leave. I don't blame Impact necessarily, because we don't really know what's going to go on come TNA time, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they can convince him to come back like PCO. Who knows?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm reading this review quickly, and it starts off saying that there were highlights from last week's show where Shelley retained, blah, blah, blah. It was excellent, 22 match that I rated 4.5 out of 5 stars. Now I'm really confused. What the hell am I reading at TJR Wrestling? Now I'm thinking maybe I am reading, they just put the wrong name on it, and it is Christian Thompson, our friend from one of the Facebook groups, but whatever. So I might have just bashed our friend at the beginning of this show, but the wrong name was on there. I don't know. Because, like, they mentioned
Yeah.
last week, but last week was Thompson, so I don't know. That's a little confusing. But I just wanted to mention, like, that's 2 really awesome main events in a row. Gresham
Oh
was
yeah, definitely.
Gresham was last week.
Oh
And
yeah, that's
so maybe they're
definitely.
getting like the hint, hey, let's get back to having, some great wrestling.
Yeah, there was a gap in there. Like there were some main events. I was kind of scratching my head. Like I no offense to the knockouts, but there was a
Oh yeah,
couple of
no. I
knockouts.
mean, Giselle had a few main events, and
Yeah, and I didn't think that should have made the big
wasn't there
time. You know
wasn't
what
there
I
a
mean?
dream wasn't a Dreamer in a main event against Steve recently?
I want to say it probably was. If not, it was
Yeah,
like the
maybe
match
not.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was totally.
So I think we got all the news. Okay, there's a Jeff Jarrett thing. He was asked about what he was planning to do with the pre-taped GFW shows when the promotions merged in 2017. So he says, in December of 2016, Global Force Entertainment was under a holding deal with Fox Sports. Now, we all know Jeff Jarrett is kind of, a BSer at points, even though, I don't know, maybe a great salesman, call what you will. He's very good at what he does. That's why he's
A
working
lot
with
of people
AEW and
refer.
shit.
Yeah, a lot of people like to refer to him as a carny. I
Yeah,
don't
like
know.
the ultimate carny or
Yeah,
whatever. I mean, I've read so many different opposite things about this
yeah.
dude. I don't know what he is. I think he's a very nice person though, because he's done some crazy shit and he always gets a job in the wrestling world. You know what I mean? So
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, always win for
So
sure.
whatever. The point was, well, my thing is, holy shit, this dude had a deal with Fox Sports. I mean, but then I'm trying to think. December 2016. What the hell were they on at that time? Like Destination America or some shit?
Yeah, or was it
Like,
Pop? I know it is around that time. It was
that's
in
what I mean.
that
So like,
era.
was Fox Sports? Would it have been that much of a big jump from? Well, probably right. Yeah. Plus, it's sports. I think you want to be on a sports network instead of something like Pop. So whatever.
Would have been
It's a long thing. It's on
would have been nice.
WrestlingHeadlines.com,
Yeah, it
and
just
he
would have
talks
been kind
about
of
like,
nice.
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, just it would have been kind of cool if they could have somehow maintained being able to stay on Pop in some shape or form
Yeah,
because of the availability of the channel.
yeah. So he goes on. It's a whole thing about like how they had a 16 episode show that he wanted to turn into 4 3-hour episodes, or like they did, and it's kind of confusing. You can read the story, but it ended with how he wanted to shoot the Impact show to get things rebooted, and then use the GFW content to save, he said, a boatload of money, but it gives a story of Global Force, so they can, like, he wanted to use it as, well, I'm kind of taking his words here. I think he wanted to use it as, like, they would show, like, the Global Force stuff in highlights on the TV show and then
Oh,
stick it on Impact Plus. So it's a shitload of
oh
content
yeah,
for Impact Plus, you know what I mean?
oh yeah,
Just,
definitely Impact. I know at one point Impact was very much like that when they were trying to save on tapings. They kind of like did, like kind of like a match here and some filler here, and I could very much see that that was the direction that Jeff Jarrett had, and he had Dutch Mantel as well. So I mean, what could have been is unfortunate that had Jeff Jarrett had a drinking problem at that time, how it would have turned out.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that was always on. Like, I don't know. I mean, what's a whole other story? What the hell side was Jeff Jarrett on? Do you remember that? Like, it was Anthem versus Billy, no? So, like, where did was Jarrett out of there by then? Do you remember that? Whatever, no big deal.
No, I don't remember. I don't know. I just remember Jarrett popping up, and it was just
Yeah,
like
I
so.
know. It was like totally out of nowhere. Yeah, whatever. Fans,
Oh,
let us know. We're gonna get to the actual show now, and this is gonna be one of the last shows of the year for Impact. Sadly, I believe.
yeah. Other than this Thursday, there's supposed to be an eight man
Oh yeah,
matchup,
Mike
the
Johnson's a lot.
matchup kind of
Oh yeah,
thing,
Mike
like the all.
Johnson's a lying piece of garbage again. There's some news. Mike Johnson said there
Yeah,
is no new content on this week's episode of Impact Wrestling. Basically, don't watch it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to watch it, but there is a new match on
yeah,
there, jerk. So whatever.
yeah.
At least,
Plus,
at
we get
least,
the,
at
the
least, at
turkeys.
least, at least nobody had to pay for that news. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think I don't know. Did we mention that on this? I don't even know if we mentioned this on the podcast we were talking before, but I hate the idea that Impact is doing a best of Turkey show thing instead of doing a
Oh yeah.
Turkey show thing. I mean, how hard is it to put a guy in a turkey match in a turkey suit for one match? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think there's like kind of like what we're doing tonight. We're doing last week's review, but like we're kind of like dedicating it to Thanksgiving because we're taping like before Thanksgiving, but anything after,
Yeah.
we're trying to make do. And I think we're doing a lot better job than what Impact is going to do this Thursday. If I must be brutal.
Yeah. And just really quick, I'm looking at the numbers on the YouTube views. Kenny and Sheldon, 7,500. Moose and Heath, 15,000. The Lucha match, where'd it go? 17,000. Jordan, 31. Ospreay Talking, 38. Sunny Kiss and Trendy, 88,000, second highest. And Ospreay and Josh, 104,000. And I'll tell you, that is very good for an Impact YouTube clip that is not hot women dancing around.
Yeah, a 10. They had, you said 104,000.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that tells you right there, 104,000 is almost, well, no, actually,
you're right.
that's
Yeah.
more,
How many people are watching? Yeah, that's
more
viewership.
views than what we're getting on Impact every week.
Sad but true. Pretty impressive. Sad but true. Okay, so the show opened up with ABC versus Sheldon and Kenny. I like the match a lot. I just don't like Sheldon and Kenny getting a tag team title shot unless I missed a story of how they earned it, and I'm pretty sure they didn't. And I hate it more than ever right now because they got the cases. Like, it just looks so stupid to me when people have cases and then other people are getting open title shots.
Well, I think what made it bad, Jay, was like 2 of the announced cases are already set for Hard to Kill, which
I don't like that
kind
either.
of builds the mystery behind everything, and you already know what you're getting and what cases are left. And,
there's no need for the cases then. You know what I mean? Announce the Moose match and let somebody else win the case. Like, who doesn't love the guy with the case all year? You know what I mean?
Oh,
the guy being an asshole with the case all year. And how about Moose wins and then Myers wins the goddamn case? Like, that would have been good.
Yeah, I totally did. I think one of my favorite moments with anybody having a case, I believe Edge has won that case in WWE. I know we're talking about, but I think that was probably one of my best runs.
I think that was one of the first, and I think most people will agree that was like the best cash in ever. But also Moose's was probably the best in Impact. No.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially how he got it, how it like bounced around, and then he caught it like a football.
And like everyone was just, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm talking about when he cashed in on Josh the first time.
Yeah.
But that was also awesome how he caught it like a goddamn football. That was amazing.
Yeah, they definitely have done really like good with under this regime with the cash, your briefcase in.
What was the Moose cash in a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Jesus. That was fucking brilliant. I'm sorry. Like, I did not see that coming at all. I thought that was like Josh's moment. You know what I mean? Like, I did not see that coming at all in any way. I loved everything about it. It was surprising. It made Moose like a huge new heel. It made Josh even more like, oh man, poor Josh. Like, you know what I mean? You got to root for him even harder or whatever. So ABC gets the win. Pretty obvious there. Good opening match to start the show. Fast match, which I like. Then we get the vignette for MK Ultra, which I absolutely love. Masha speaking Russian. I don't care, man. I don't care if that. I don't know what she's saying. It's cool. And whatever, man. Just an awesome thing. Want to see that.
And it's pretty hot.
Not every week, but you know what I mean? Yeah, totally. It's a hot friggin'. Yeah, they're hot as hell. I mean, it's a hot thing. Like, keep them on television. And if they're on television, do something like this every now and then. Not every week, but whatever, have Kelly in a match 1 week. Like, they should always kind of be on. They're the hottest thing. They're kind of like Impact's, what the hell's the word? Roman Reigns' fucking never-ending story. Whatever. I know. Probably get abused if anyone actually pays attention. So that's way too strong of a thing because they haven't really done as much. But that's what I want to see it like. They should get that much focus. That's how cool they are and hot they are and probably what a draw they are. Okay, so Moose versus Heath. I don't know, man. I don't give a shit about Heath matches since I already lost, but I do like this. We've talked about this, how they don't really set up champions right, and they just kind of have matches, and now they're letting Moose win. You know what I mean? So I do like that.
Well, I mean, I guess this match is okay, but like I kind of felt like you were having Myers interfere in a match, and it's like Moose doesn't need that help.
Oh yeah, no, that was dumb.
You know what I meant? That was kind of foolish in a way because it kind of like it
Okay, I'll
took
be
two
honest. I forgot Myers
beat Heath.
interfered. Yeah, no, you're
You know
right.
what I mean?
Totally. And yeah, seriously, to beat Heath, who was on his way out.
Yeah,
Like,
which we
what
all
do you?
know.
So, like, what are you protecting Heath for? That's like, God, it's something in wrestling, man. I don't know. I think AEW started it where like everyone has to be protected a little bit in some way because I don't know, his feelings don't get hurt or his fans. But Jesus Christ, it's wrestling. Man up. Moose should have destroyed Heath, and that's it. He's done. He's done. We don't see him again.
Yeah, or go the route of like a soft squash. You know what I mean? Kind of like not an outright, kill him in 2 minutes.
He tries everything. You know what I mean? Maybe Moose even pops up from the I don't know what he calls his Stone Cold Stunner. Wake up call.
Maybe it would have been better to just kind of present a dissension a little bit between Moose and Myers. Then that kind of made things kind of hard for Moose to get a win over Heath. You know what I mean? Because of that cannery.
So I like the outcome. If you're not paying attention to the match and you just look at the results on paper, that Moose got a win. But yeah, that was crappy a match compared to everything else on the show. But it was short.
Oh, definitely.
Backstage, Moose is angry and said he's going to end Rhino's career at Final Resolution. And there's another match. I guarantee you Rhino will be protected a little. You know what I mean? Moose is not just going to kick Rhino's ass. Okay, I'm not saying he should kick Rhino's ass, but like he doesn't need to be protected. Yeah. Like, let Moose win. You know what I mean? Let Moose win the match like fair. And I don't know. Probably not going to happen.
And this is about the part of the show when we get a guest host on commentary with Conan.
Yeah, okay. So Conan is on commentary. And speaking of Conan, he actually, I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but he mentioned that the reason Tessa Blanchard, he won't take Tessa back in AAA is only because of she got divorced with Daga. So he said it would be uncomfortable. Like, I saw the story and I was like, oh, shit. It's going to be more like, I can't bring her in because of the stuff she said or whatever. But I guess that's gone, at least for AAA, and Conan. So, I mean, maybe that was Impact. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they can never, heal that wound with her or whatever you want to call it.
That was a very short relationship because I wasn't over maybe 1 or 2, 3 years ago. So.
Yeah. Good call. Yeah, sorry about that. But hey, Tessa, if you're listening, what's up, girl? How you doing? I'm the guy who wrote a really nice comment to you a few weeks ago on Instagram, and it got a crazy amount of likes. Okay, so then it was the Rascals and Juventud, like Gary said. Conan is on commentary, interesting, and totally fucking out of nowhere. Like, Conan was kind of like a regular on Impact TV, you know what I mean? And then he just pops back in. I don't know. I thought it was so weird. But whatever, it's just a match, and he's on commentary. Maybe it'll lead to more Conan or like lead to more AAA.
I kind of felt like maybe they were setting this into motion, maybe because I think there was a rumor of us doing some Mexico tapings or something.
Yeah,
something.
I always like those when I do the Mexico tapings.
Yeah, and I wonder
usually
if this,
good.
This isn't kind of like an olive branch kind of thing, reaching out to them again and like kind of letting the luchadors kind of shine.
Thinking it's got to be something like that. I didn't even consider that, but they wouldn't just randomly put Conan on commentary for one show,
Yeah, and this kind of stems from, I believe, the last live special. I believe Juventud was part of that, wasn't he, Jay?
Yes. So the Rascals got the win in a He-Man shoe, gave it 4.5 stars. That's huge for an Impact match. And then my match of the night, I'm sure everyone will laugh at that because this show had like the match of the year, but Bully and Jordan versus Macklin and Kylie and King. Honestly, I'm not totally sure about the whole Bully Jordan situation, and I think Jordan is kind of just fucking with I think Bully's kind of just fucking with Jordan because he beat her, and this whole thing is just like to kind of gain her trust before he beats the piss out of her, and then it leads to an awesome feud, which I would love to watch. And there's not many things I could say I'd love to watch with the Impact wrestlers and feuds based on who they have and all that right now, but Jordan and Bully, I really think that could be like even like a money thing. Like it's
Yeah,
interesting, you know what I mean? It's like a two totally you know what I mean? It's a crazy ass man versus this jacked woman who can hang with him, and I don't know, it's interesting.
Yeah, and like and the outcome of the match, it kind of hinted at like maybe a full on bully heel
Yeah.
attacking Jordan with the call your shot trophy, if you will.
So Bully and Jordan get the win. So
Yeah.
Bully, and then afterwards, Bully has the trophy and tells her like take it, and like Bully, he could have like totally bashed over her head. So like I see it as like
Yeah.
hey, this is yours. You beat me. You deserve it. Like just but like totally. So I feel like he's sarcastic. We're just not seeing it. Like you totally deserve it. This is yours. You're better than me. You know what I mean? Like because he's pointing out the thing that she beat him at. Like I don't know. I feel like it's totally obvious he's gonna turn. But whatever. That's an interesting story that's happening right now.
And we might want to mention too that Grace hit Kylan King with the Juggernaut driver for the win. So
we were actually talking about that, me and Robles. Is Kylan a heel or a face?
I don't know. I kind of felt like she's very no offense to Kylan, but I felt like she's kind of dickish there at one point, like backstage when they said something about what was her name? Her former partner, Taylor Wilde.
Yeah.
When they said she basically that the covenant is no longer. I kind of felt like she was kind of dickish to Taylor because she was kind of like, I don't need her. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't mind it, man. It's a wrestling thing.
No, I definitely don't.
She kind of. I think that's more of her.
Yeah.
I think it's more of Impact mentioning the Coven, like.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because that pissed me off. I don't think they did for a little, and I mean, I know what's name is still out there, looking incredible on Instagram every day. Check her out.
Did I say Covenant or Coven? I meant
to say you might have said Covenant. What's her name? What's her name again? The other one? Jeez, I'm blanking.
Oh, Taylor Wilde.
Yeah, Taylor Wilde. Check out her Instagram. She's been taking crazy photos with just like super hot other wrestlers and stuff. So I'm sure fans will be into that. And then Sunny Kiss versus Trinity, which was surprisingly a little better than I thought.
Oh, this was very good. I love I don't know. It just seemed like I felt like Sunny Kiss was more athletic here, Jay. Be honest with you, I don't like the gimmick, but I do like Sunny Kiss, the wrestler. So I'm glad we picked Sunny up.
Yeah, good wrestler. Yeah, again, I don't like the gimmick. It's not for me. Let's say it's not for us, but I'm sure it's for a lot of other people in the world. So that's cool, and probably got more time here than they ever got on AEW. And they showed, they have some skills there. So yeah, they could be a good knockout in the future. Maybe even the X division. In the X division, like I don't know what you can do with. You can do all kinds of things with Sunny Kiss.
Well, you could tell the two knew each other's gimmicks pretty much in and out. I don't know if you noticed in ring.
I don't know if they're friends or something more.
Trinity's WWE stuff kind of came out in the match, and then I don't know if Sunny did some of this stuff down AEW or whatever. They were kind of like making play of it a little bit back and forth, which was really cool because I mean that shows I have a respect factor, and it seems like that both of these ladies are very 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 much on team Impact.
Yeah, and I say this pretty much every week now that Trinity is like surprising to me. I didn't think she'd be this good or fit in this well.
No,
at least this quick. You know what I mean? Like she just slips right in. She's a legit champion. Like we don't say like, oh, she looks like WWE. Like she's like a still WWE wrestler, even though you just said it. Well,
I totally think Trinity. I just get this feeling that we might see. I can't think of her best friend from.
And who's so? Oh, Mercedes.
Yeah, I have a feeling that I think
she might be injured at the moment because I don't know. I haven't heard much news about her other than Tony Khan wants to sign her. Like, obviously.
I would be surprised to see her show up at Hard to Kill.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of people waiting to see her show up anywhere, but I'm not sure about her health at the moment. So, and then the last match was Ospreay versus Josh. Actually, before that, there was a quick promo with Sabin and Shelley. Again, I hate this, but I like it. I don't like the world champion being in so many goddamn tag team matches. And it's like he's still more known as the Motor City Machine Gun guy than the world champion of Impact. If that makes sense.
Yeah, this backstage thing with Motor City is more or less setting into motion Josh Alexander for Final Resolution, which is our pay-per-view of the calendar 2023.
Oh.
So I don't know if this means
that's interesting. I don't think they're gonna make the change on that show. I think they would do it on Hard to Kill. But I don't know. Maybe they want Josh as champ at Hard to Kill, Josh versus Moose. I mean, that's a bigger match than I think Josh versus Shelley. But I don't know. So the backstage. Maybe, sorry, go ahead.
Or maybe we see a Team Canada like EY. He kind of comes full circle and maybe does something to give Josh the belt.
God, I would love to see that. Just mostly for EY. He needs something interesting so fucking bad. He's like one of the most entertaining characters ever, and he's done nothing entertaining since he returned, in my opinion, or at least nothing memorable or whatever. So they're facing Josh and Zack Sabre Jr., who I'm not sure if he's ever been on Impact.
Okay.
Or an Impact show. I was actually confusing him with Ospreay.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I was confusing him with Ospreay, who was in the main event here and defeated Josh Alexander, which I think kind of continues Josh's losing streak or whatever. He doesn't have the best record in the last few months.
Yeah, I don't honestly.
And why does my voice keep going like that?
I don't know. Maybe you're blowing up some balloons or something too much.
But here's my thing: they're not making it into a story yet, are they? Like that Josh isn't winning like he used to. Like I don't know. I feel like Josh wouldn't even lose to Ospreay a year or two ago. It would have been like a DQ.
Yeah, I'm totally there with you because, like, I thought if anybody could have possibly beat like a Kenny Omega, it'd be a Josh Alexander.
Yeah,
I just had a feeling that
I think we got fucked with that.
Yeah, which sucks because we're never gonna see it. I don't think.
I mean, nobody ever won that title back. It was just I don't know, that whole thing.
And I don't want to think of it another way where Josh goes to AEW because that would just kill me inside.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hang on, let me see what we got. Yeah, so incredible match at the end. Like I said, it's on YouTube. Anybody can watch it for free, so that's cool. He-Man Chu gave it 5 stars and said one of the best Impact Television main events in recent memory. So, I mean, yeah, I would say obviously check that match out if you're a goddamn wrestling fan at all, because
well,
people are talking about it. It's a great match. It's not us. So,
well, the match was so hard hitting that at one point Ospreay hit. I think he chopped Josh in the chest, and his headgear went flying across the ring. And I was like, I mean, like, this is great. This is what
he's fucking. I mean, we said it last week, man.
This is what two heavyweights are.
Yeah,
it was kind of almost like a young or a much more lesser well-known Kurt Angle versus somebody from New Japan that was like, top tier. That's what it felt. Very, very hard hitting and like toe to toe. I think even Ospreay by the end was. I think he knows Josh is the real deal. Let's put it that way.
I mean, awesome match, and I can't say enough about Ospreay. I mean, Jesus. I mean, I think I said last week, like I never really watched a lot of him, but like one match just showed me everything and how great he is. And again, the guy's just amazing, and this did it again. Okay, so again, I've got to go back to TJR Wrestling, who at the bottom here it says the show was pretty disappointing up until the main event. That really saved the show because apart from that, not much else was worth watching. My loyal fan base will get sick of me saying it, but there were 6 matches, and we get the usual 6 to 8 minutes of runtime. That's fair. Cut it down to 4 and reap the rewards. I think you say stuff like that. But again, this feels like Thompson because they're talking about my loyal fan base, and I think they got the wrong name, so whatever.
I mean, I looked down this card, and I'm sorry, but I thought the Lucha Rules match was very solid. I thought
that was
the Macklin in Bully thing with the girls was very solid.
The opening match.
Sonny Kiss and Trinity was very over delivering. I thought
Oh, at the bottom. There you go. My email address is Christian Thompson. So somebody got the name wrong on top.
Oh, okay. But
what the hell?
No,
what the hell, Thompson? Sorry, can I go back and change it? What the hell, Thompson? I mean, I get what they're saying about the too many matches and like cut them down.
There was a couple in there that you're kind of.
To me, they were like fun. They were fun enough. I mean, yeah, sure, get rid of the Moose match, but
yeah.
Okay, how about they also have an updated card for Final Destination? That's nice. Well, no, there's 2 matches, so still
Final Resolution.
Yeah, is it?
I believe so.
Oh, that's right. Come on, Thompson, you got Final Destination. What? To be fair, I would be more interested in another Final Destination movie though. So maybe that's smart selling.
Yeah.
So it's Motor City Machine Guns versus Josh and Sabre Jr. and Moose and Rhino, and for Hard to Kill. Okay, so it's already Shelley versus. Well, I guess. Oh yeah, that's been announced already, right? Shelley versus Moose and Trinity versus Jordan.
I forgot.
That I mean, it could change, but I don't think Impact would do that at this point.
And if, for people out there that aren't very familiar with Zack Sabre Jr., he's very much in the vein of like a Will Ospreay or,
incredibly effing good.
Yeah.
And
maybe not style wise, but very, very unbeatable.
And now we got to go back to our beginning. One of our top commenters, Trent Hatchett, had a question. Do you think TNA should bring back the TNA TV title instead of the digital media title? Gary, I think you already answered on YouTube.
I'll let you.
Totally nullifying the question, but I didn't read your answer, to be fair, because I didn't want to for this. But mine is a huge yes. I hate the digital media title. I don't know what it means. I don't think they know what it means. It doesn't mean anything. It used to mean that they defended this. Like Jordan was great with it because Jordan was going all around on the indies and she was defending it. And Dreamer's done that once, but like, I don't want to say he's too big, but I think he kind of is. Like nobody wants to see. I don't know. Maybe he's defended it more than once. Whatever. I hate the idea because the whole idea was for it to be digital on digital shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not. It's on regular TV now. So whatever. Call it the TV. Yeah. Call it the goddamn whatever. Call it anything but digital media title.
Well, any belt outside of that wasn't a tag team or anything like that. Any belt that Impact's introduced, like the TV title, what they call it, the Legends title, TV. They had a TV.
Well, the one from Billy years ago.
Yeah, they had a TV title too, where Devon was the TV champion. It was starting on a good path to becoming a good belt, and then I can't remember what happened. They started like hot potatoing it or something, and I don't know. What
was the name of the Mickey belt? Mickey belt. Jesus Christ! I'm literally typing the word Mickey James. What was the name of the belt that Billy brought in? Remember, and they had like the time limit.
Oh, the Grand. Yeah, that's what I was going to get.
Oh, that was bad.
It was the Grand Champion, and I felt like at first it was okay.
Yeah.
But then, like as time went on, it got to be like really generic, and like they had no like direction, like with the digital media currently. I just feel like any secondary title to that world title, they just have not. There's only like one. The X division is the only thing that I feel like is anywhere close to the way they treat the world title.
Yep, I am with you on that. Well, did you say knockouts and knockouts? Because they usually do good with the knockouts.
Oh yeah, the knockouts too. But I mean, like for the men.
No, you're right. Even the women. Even the women with the knockouts tag.
Oh yeah.
And we have a minute and 20 seconds to talk now. So, nice win yesterday. Oh no, shit! You got us tonight.
No, I think it just jinxed.
Gary has a big game tonight. Yeah, sorry.
I should say congratulations to G-Men. They showed up this week, and I think you jinxed.
I'll say we don't want your congratulations because I want them losing. I want a good pick. Yeah, Danny DeVito he broke all kinds of records yesterday. Sorry, Tommy. Is it Tommy? I mean, I'm a Giants fan. I don't even know this dude's name.
Yeah. I can't remember what his first name is.
Tom.
But
I think it's Tommy DeVito.
Tom DeVito?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, I guess he got 5
maybe not.
touchdown passes in his first 2 starts as a Giant.
Yeah, he also broke a record for getting sacked the most times and winning a game. I think it hasn't happened. Whatever it was, it hasn't happened since I think they said 2000, the year 2000. So he broke like a 25-year record. He got sacked, I
Oh
think, 10
wow.
times. I'm pretty sure he got sacked 10 times at the game, which is kind of amazing that they won the game. The guy got sacked 10
Yeah.
times. I mean, they're not a very good team. Like this, there was just what a weird day. That was just a weird football. What a weird football game that was. But that's sports, and that's gambling, which you can also find on alldistractions.com, along with a bunch of TV guide bullshit. And that's about it for us. We'll be back next time. I just stepped on something and it got stuck to my shoe.
Yeah. Hopefully everybody out there, if you drink this
Yeah.
week, drink
Happy
responsibly. Be with your loved ones. Just like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving from the channel.
And if you don't have any loved ones, chill with us. Just turn us on. We are your family. We are your fake pretend family. Just turn us on, listen to nonstop, discuss Impact all day long on Thanksgiving. I cannot think of a better Thanksgiving. Okay, that's about it. We will catch you next time, which is probably going to be some kind of weird wrap-up show, or I don't fucking know what the hell's going on. We'll see. Happy Thanksgiving.